Hello everyone, my name is Wayne,
And I'm Rebecca.
and we are your Bourbon Journey. This morning we had breakfast at a local place called the Rooster's Den, and after we were done, it was close to 9 o'clock, and my wife mentioned we should go over to High Spirits, our local liquor store, because she wanted to pick up a bottle of Woodford Double Double Oak, if they had it, as well as the Booker's 4, which was the Jimmy batch, you could call it. So we walk in, and my wife goes up to Libby, who is the manager there, starts talking to her and mentions about the Double Double Oak, and we start looking for the Jimmy batch Bookers. And I flippantly make a comment to Libby, yeah, the Russell's 15. And she goes, yeah, I think I have it in the back. I'm all right.
Like,
Okay. So she goes walking back, and I went to check something else, and she comes out with a bottle. She goes, how much are you willing to pay? Well, so
we shared what we'd be willing to pay.
And we did.
She said we were safe.
She said we were safe, and it was lower than that. And so we walked out with something that we have been waiting for quite a while and seen multiple people review.
And we also got the Woodford Double Double Oak and Jimmy's batch for Booker's last year.
Yes.
It was a great little stop in for 9 in the morning.
And this is going to be the first time we're going to really do a sit-down try of this and analyze it and see what all the hubbub is.
Yeah, we're pretty excited. Well, you probably know all about it, but I'm going to share a little bit anyway. So you probably know that this is a limited release for 2024, and they say over and over again it's probably not going to happen again. But it was very painstakingly crafted by master distiller Eddie Russell, and it's really another chapter in the heritage of what he's been doing with Russell's Reserve. It's non-chill filtered, bottled precisely at 117.2, and it really showcases Eddie's expert ability to develop complex flavors by careful aging and very keen barrel selection. It is, of course, a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. It's the Wild Turkey mash bill of 75% corn, 13% rye, and 12% malted barley. Obviously, it is a 15-year-old. It was released in June of 2024, MSRP of $250. We did acquire it at High Spirits in Evansville, Indiana for $349.99, and we felt like that was a great bargain price to pay for it, considering what we've seen in other markets.
Yes, in the secondary market, it's kind of atrocious right now, but we've talked to people that haven't seen the bottle.
Like us.
Yes, even local liquor stores and bars
Didn't get one.
And so we're really shocked and looking forward to this.
And I'll just say, I was so excited I broke out the Waterford Crystal for this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I gotta have some Waterford to go with this.
Shout out to my mother-in-law who gave it to us. Thank you, Mom.
It's a beautiful dark color. I mean, it is just gorgeous. You can tell it's got 15-year-old barrel in it.
Oh,
Or it's been in a 15-year barrel.
it's closer to a mahogany in color.
It's just beautiful.
It is. It's gorgeous.
I gotta smell it.
Okay. Cherry.
Oh, cherry.
Cherry.
Oak comes through.
Baking spices. More of a brown sugar.
I'm getting nutmeg. I am getting caramel, but it's a really dark caramel.
Mm-hmm. Almost like a what type of a caramel would it be? The type you'd cook on your stove where it's cooked just a tad crisp, and
Maybe a little too long, but sometimes
Not
that
too-
makes it even better. I feel that way about fudge when I like it a little bit over the top, and then it seems to be the perfect consistency.
yeah.
I mean, it's just a gorgeous nose.
Oh,
I'm not even getting a hint of clove in here.
I'm getting this sugar.
I'm getting this need to taste it.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot on this nose. So
It's a very complex nose, which is fantastic.
been looking forward to this type of a taste. Cheers.
Cheers. It is earthy, like wild turkey typically is. Oaky in a very good way.
I get a little bit of cinnamon. There's a lot going on. There's a reason why a lot of people were picking this as their favorite from last year, and I can understand it.
Yeah, it's you can really tell why people pick this. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to require another sip. It's got a lot of cherry on it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a really rich cherry. It's not like, it's almost like a Luxardo cherry or a really black cherry almost.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like sometimes you get this light, like really fruity cherry. That's not what this is. It is a deep, dark cherry. Like this whole thing is deep and dark. So.
You took the words out of my mouth. No disrespect there, because what went through my mind when I tasted it was, this is a dark cherry, and it's really, really good. Most of the time you get cherry. This is definitely a different type of cherry than I get normally.
I mean, it's like a cherry bomb in a different way. I mean, like a dark black cherry.
Well, the cherry, it seems like the beginning wants to take over, and the oak kind of comes in and says, "Hold on,
I'm the big brother here."
You know, I'm the big boy," and kind of balances it out and smooths the ride. Let's go ahead and talk about the finish. Let's go ahead and taste that.
Another sip before the
figure
finish.
it out.
Every sip is fantastic. It seems to be evolving as it's opening up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting really dark chocolate on the finish. I didn't have that on the nose or the palate, but the finish has dark chocolate for me.
I'm getting leather on the finish.
I'm getting notes of tobacco, but those play off one another very well. So mine's a little more tobacco-ish with the dark chocolate.
I've been getting pepper recently. I'm not getting pepper on this. It's leather. Tobacco is a good call. I would agree with that.
Are you getting the dark chocolate at all?
I have not yet, but I could see based on its
oak.
Profile where it's at. And the
oak. I mean, it should be obvious when we had it on the nose and the palate. I don't often get oak on the nose, and it's a great oak. I mean, it is just grabbing. It's an earthy oak. It's not drying in any way. Sometimes when it's too oaky, it's a little drying, but this is just, oh my goodness, it is good. Good.
I really like it. It is a little bit hot, and it's the cinnamon for me that's doing it.
I mean, I'm not getting cinnamon, interestingly enough. I'm getting more nutmeg and clove because it's more that, nutmeg and clove are a little, again, darker sometimes than dark and not sweet. Although it has these dark caramel notes and these dark cherry notes, which are amazing. The brown sugar seemed to have gone away from me the more I tasted it.
I think it's sweeter on the nose than it is on the palate, which is really good, because the palate, even though it's a little bit different to me, the nose is inviting enough to get in there, and even though it's different, it's wanting me to continue to go ahead and pick it up and do it again and again and again.
And so are you happy that we got this?
Oh gosh, yes.
So do you think this is a good value at $3.50?
Absolutely. I paid $300 for an 84 Wild Turkey, and I had no qualms or trepidations about doing it. And looking at that bottle right now, and then looking at this, I absolutely have no regrets. I don't regret that one over there, and I don't regret this one over here. And there's only
I would buy another one if she had a second.
Oh, absolutely.
I would absolutely do it. Except that I want other people to get them, but
yes, and that's kind of the thing for me, because there are a lot of people that have wanted this and they have not been able to find it, and that's why honestly I didn't even mention.
We didn't even ask if
they didn't ask if they had more. I'd rather go ahead and have people run into it and get it.
We love this. I think it's great. I'm thrilled that we finally got it.
Absolutely.
And what is the irony? To shout out to Jason on Mash and Drum.
Yes, absolutely.
That we spent last night watching him interview Bruce Russell, and that's not why we went out looking for it. But it's just ironic that we were just all kind of rustled up last night and wild turkeyed up last night, and then we get this today. It's pretty cool.
Well, I think part of it as well with the interview, and if you follow Mash and Drum, go to his page and look at the interview, because one of the things I think that may have led to this is Bruce Russell, and I'm not going to tell the whole story, just this little part. He talked about the Booker's 4 release, the if you want to call
Jimmy's
it
batch is what it's called.
Jimmy's batch. And that's what really led to us kind of having the discussion this morning about, my wife's like, we need to go get another. We need to get one more.
And I knew that I'd been in there a few days before, and I'd kind of passed on it because those are those things again. I don't try to go in. I've never gone and just bought 2 or 3 of something unless I'm at a distillery. Right. I mean, if I'm in a liquor store, I just don't do that because I know someone else is going to be coming along in a couple hours that might want it as much as I did. And I just try not to do that. It's not about the money. It's more about we need to share in the joy of what these special bottles bring. Like today, there were multiple Woodford double oaks, and I purchased one, because there are people looking for that. But anyway, that's why we went in, because we were talked about it. I said, I really want, because we kind of hit that bottle a little bit, and we did not have a backup bottle, and we try to have a backup bottle of every Booker's. But the fact that Bruce Russell was sitting there, he drank a little bit of Booker's Jimmy's batch while he was on there. So, but that's what kind of prompted us to go this morning to High Spirits, and then to be able to parlay that into getting the Russells it was just a sweet moment. Really.
Yes, there was a reason why we watched that last night, and obviously it led us to getting something that we've been searching for and had no luck until today. So, Libby up at High Spirits, cheers to you. Thank you for pulling this out. And for always being great. Yes, always being awesome. You're always great to us. Cheers to everyone out there. If you like what we're doing, please subscribe, and always drink responsibly. And cheers to Eddie Russell for making this, and for all the Russells. We love you guys. Absolutely. Cheers.